good, because I didn't want anybody to get totally scared. There's also a Boogie Woman story. You got to have a Boogie Woman, too. That's a Native American story from this region of the country. Native Americans called mosquitoes Boogie Woman. That was what they called it, the mosquito that was in it. We still have about, what? We'll go to 12:45?
Yeah, 12:40.
Okay, good. We got lots of time. Circle, we've been sitting for a long time, so it's time to start playing. Okay? Ready? Everybody feel like playing? Circle games, things that you can do in a circle. So we'll take turns having volunteers come out. So come on, a few volunteers that are tired of sitting. You get extra credit. Come on, we need a few more. Oh, by the way, you'll remember these better if you play them than if you just watch. Okay? So you have a group of kids in a circle. First thing you want to do is learn, they're going to want to hold hands, right? Okay, everybody hold hands? Well, there's some problems with that. Right? You're squeezing my hand. Or, so you have to, this is part of this is teaching manners, right? Let's hold it, be gentle, no squeezing. Okay? Now sometimes there'll be somebody that wants the hand like this. And so somebody else has to be willing to concede and hold hands the right way. So, okay, here we are holding hands. Now everybody here has probably played Ring Around the Rosie, right? And what happens when they fall down? They get violent, right? They start diving on each other. So what I had to do, after years and years of thinking about this, I'm going to change Ring Around the Rosie to a more peaceful game. So here we go. Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posy. Singing, singing, go the other way. Faster. Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posy. Singing, singing, go the other way. Slower. Ring around the rosy, really slow. Pocket full of posy. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. The fishes in the water, the fishes in the sea. We all stand up with the 1, 2, 3. Then we do it again. There's more. We're not done yet. Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posies. Singing, singing, go the other way. Faster. Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posies. Singing, singing, go the other way. Slower. Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posies. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. The cows are in the meadow eating buttercups. Thunder, lightning, they all stand up. How's that, good? Okay, let's hold hands again. No, you're squeezing my hand. I don't want to be next to you. I want to be over there. These are all things that are going to come up every time you do it. I mean, they always want to sit by their best friend or their current best friend or whatever it is. And you're constantly managing. Or they want to be next to the teacher. But I have a way around that. Well, if you're right next to me, you can't see me. People over there get to see me the best. No, they want to be over there. But sometimes they just, I mean, they still would rather hold your hand. So here we go. Let's try another one. Teaching the idea of in and out. Okay? So everybody stand outside the circle. Okay? Circle go in. Circle go out, 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 out. In. Out, 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 out. Okay. There's an old barn dance, square dance called the Old Brass Wagon. Anybody know it? Yeah. Good. Want to teach it? Okay. So I do this. Circle to the left, the old brass wagon, or circle to the right, or circle go in and out. Okay, so we'll start with left. Circle to the left, the old brass wagon. Circle to the left, the old brass wagon. Circle to the left, the old brass wagon. You're the one, my darling. To the right. Circle to the right, the old brass wagon. Circle to the right, the old brass wagon. Circle to the right, the old brass wagon. You're the one, my darling. Circle go in, the old brass wagon. Circle go out, the old brass wagon. Circle go in and out with the wagon. You're the one, my darling. That's fun. The kids love doing stuff like this. Okay, we can let go of hands for a moment. You have to be on the line on this one. I'm going to go out to the middle. And we're going to play a little game called Charlie Over the Water. Anybody here play tag with their kids? Preschool don't really know how to play tag. They wanted to get. In elementary school, you play tag. You don't want to be it. You make the other person. So this is kind of a preschool tag game. You're going to walk around the circle. I'm going to start walking.
Okay.
Now hold your hands. And we're going to sing this little song. Charlie over the water, Charlie over the sea. Charlie catch a blackbird, can't catch me. Now on the words can't catch me, you have to squat down like a frog. And if you don't squat down fast enough, I'm going to tag you. And you're going to be it. And then you go out into the middle. Now they'll all say, pick me! But once they figure it out, then they'll play the real way. So here we go. Charlie over the water, Charlie over the sea. Charlie catch a blackbird, can't catch me. Now you can change the name from Charlie to the person's name if you want. A lot of things happen with names in preschool. You can change them. Would you like to be your name or you want to be Charlie? Okay. Charlie over the water, Charlie over the sea. Charlie catch a blackbird, can't catch me. Pick me, pick me. I want to be it. It's fun to be it until people make you stay it for a long time. Then you get really mad. Okay. Okay. Is this pretty easy?
Yeah.
Now to make it harder, you can change the words a little bit. So here we go.
Okay.
Charlie over the water, Charlie over the sea. Charlie, 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 catch a blackbird. Charlie, 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 catch a blackbird. Charlie, 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 catch me. Oh, rats. So the person that's in the middle leads the song, and therefore can change the words. Okay, let's play a different game here.
Okay.
This one is called Frogs in the Middle. Now, is anybody sitting down who would like to join us?
You guys are feeling like that.
Don't you feel left out? Okay, you're on break? Okay, so we need some frogs in the middle. So, so we'll go around, everybody will get to be a frog. We'll take one frog, 2 frogs, 3 frogs, 4 frogs, and one more, 5 frogs, okay? All right, so your job is to be a frog, and if you don't want to squat down, you can just keep standing up, but you squat like a frog, and we're going to sing a little song, and at the end of the song, we're going to hold our hands up for 1 beat of the song, and that's your only chance to get out. Then we're going to close the doors, okay? So we'll do it one time for you. Frog, this is to the similar tune to Buffalo Gals, which come out tonight, and Jimmy Stewart. So frogs in the middle and you can't get out, can't get out, can't get out. Frogs in the middle and you can't get out. Open up the doors, close them. Okay? Now, we were standing still, now we're going to move. Okay, so now you know how it works. When we say open up the doors, that's your only chance because we're going to close them. And there's no violence, you can't knock anybody over. Okay, no going through people's legs and the things. You have to go out the doors. Okay, you ready? If you want to. Well, kids will. The kids will frog. You don't want to be like a frog, that's okay. Frogs in the middle, then you can't get out. You can't get out. You can't get out. There's frogs in the middle, and you can't get out. Open up the door. Close them. Oh, there we go. Okay, just don't let anybody join hands. Right? Anybody that got out, come hold hands right here. All the frogs that got out, come hold hands over here. And you have to stay in it, because now we're going to put in 4 more frogs. 1, 2, 3, 4 frogs. This way everybody gets a chance, see? Okay, ready, frogs? Now after 2 times, we'll let you out.
Oh, good.
Okay, we're not going to make you stand out there.
We won't do anything to you.
Frogs in the middle and you can't get out. You can't get out. You can't get out. There's frogs in the middle and you can't get out. Open up the doors. Close them. We'll let you out. You were under there. No, one more person say, okay, all the frogs that get out, come hold hands over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We still have a couple frogs that haven't been in there yet. But there's an odd hand hold thing. What's going on here? You ready? Frogs in the middle and you can't get out. You can't get out. You can't get out. There's frogs in the middle and you can't get out. Open up the doors. Close them. Oh, we weren't fast enough. They all got it. Okay, the last 2 teachers, and I'll go in too. Come on. Well, everybody hold hands, and we're the last one.
Oh, so you go make sure everybody.
Well, that's one way to get everybody a turn. They'll all want to be frogs. They're all going, well, I want to be a frog. Yeah, so in order to give all you a chance. Ready? I'm not going to sing. I'm the frog now.
Frogs in the middle and you can't get out. You can't get out. You can't get out. Frogs in the middle and you can't get out. Open the door.
My timing was off. All right, everybody have a seat back now. Good job. That was good.
That was fun, thank you.
So those are some simple games that are easy to learn. And you know, once again, you have to build things slowly with kids. You can't play the advanced game first. You have to kind of know what, you know, ring around the rosy, learning how to hold hands. Just that alone takes some time. And once they're used to that, then you have kids that are, when they do that, they think it's fun to just pull everybody. There's so many things that we deal with in terms of manners and behavior first. And I always tell them, look, I know lots of fun games. And once you get really good at this game, I'll teach you another one. But if we have people get hurt and we stop the game, everybody sits down, we talk about what happened, you know, I'm sorry somebody got hurt. You have to remember, we're not playing football, we're not playing soccer, we're not playing some of the things when they watch television, they tend to emulate whatever they see. So if they see somebody running and knocking somebody over, the next day they go do it. That's just human nature. Just monkey see, monkey do, whatever. I mean, it's just, it looks like fun. You know, and maybe they have helmets on, or maybe they have equipment on, and not the kids themselves, but what they're watching, or maybe it's in a cartoon. I remember when my son was watching He-Man, it was a cartoon for a while, and he had a sword. Every kid wanted a sword. You know, they wanted to be He-Man. They emulate what they see. So if they're watching, if their parents are letting them watch television, which they really shouldn't very often, it's okay to watch a movie, or maybe once in a while, but if they're doing it 6 or 8 hours a day, they're going to come back imitate what they see. So, all right. I want to show you a couple instruments. This is an Appalachian dulcimer. Anybody know Rick Scott? Anybody know Rick Scott? He's a Canadian that uses this instrument, that teaches workshops. I use this for a game called Name That Tune, basically. In my music class, I tell the kids it's called It's Time to Trick the Kids. And what I do is I'm trying to get them to sing without me. That's my goal. I want them to vocalize. I want to hear their voices, not my voice, or not what I get them to do. It's more about getting them to sing with their own voices, which is different than when you're singing. And so what I do is I'll play songs that they know, and the way the game works is you have to sing this song, or you're tricked. I'm going to trick you. Maybe you don't know this one. See if you know it. Oh, by the way, this one's in French. For you. Let's see if you can get another one. This one's in Australian. I don't hear it. Anybody? Kookaburra. Okay. So I do this, and it really works well after they've done it 4 or 5 times, 6 times. He can do this with a xylophone. You can do this with a recorder, you can do it with a keyboard, you can do it just by whistling or humming. So you don't need a musical instrument to do it, you just need to somehow represent a song, the melody part of the song, some way so that they can recognize it. And when they can't get it, I'll often whistle it. See if they, and I'll give them hints even. I'll say, well, this one's about a bear, or this one's about, you know, and so, because in their minds, they've heard, I know they've heard it before, it's just a matter of getting them to vocalize it. And sometimes they're really shy about it, but once it's a game, they get to trick me if they get these. And so it's fun for them. It's like almost a little competition we're having. And every once in a while, I'll throw out a song I know they don't know, and they just look at me like, "We don't know that. That's not fair." They'll even tell me it's not fair. I go, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you knew that one." Here's a song that it's been around for a long time, and it was very popular for a long time. People are starting to forget it. Let's see if you know it. I heard humming. Oh, Jimmy Crack Corn. Are you singing with your mouths open? Okay, remember to keep your mouth open when you sing. Jimmy Crack Corn is actually called The Blue-Tailed Fly, is the name of that song. And Jimmy Crack Corn is only the chorus of the song. There's lots of words, and I found this great kid version. Skeeters get in, hornets get in eyes and nose. Skeeters bite you through your clothes. The golly nipper flies way up high, but fiercer yet is the blue-tailed fly. Jimmy cracked corn and I don't care. Jimmy cracked corn and I don't care. Jimmy cracked corn and I don't care. My master's gone away. And then there's this whole story about the horse and the slave owner. It was very popular in the 1800s and through my childhood. And then people are starting to forget it. So this is called Appalachian dulcimer. It's really easy to learn. It's a play-by-number instrument. Done painting by number? This is a play-by-number instrument, okay? The frets are numbered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's where it gets difficult. 6.5, 7, 8, 9, and so on. And it's tuned many different ways. This one's tuned to dad. So these two notes are D, this is A, and this is D. Okay, so it's dad tuning. You play it with a stick and a pick. Your fingers don't touch the strings. Okay, there's different ways to play this. You can play it, Joni Mitchell played this with chords. And you sing through it, okay? But I use this exclusively as a play-by-number instrument where you're playing melodies. And the two strings here that are both D is the melody line, where you play melodies on this instrument. So how about, what's this song? What was it? So Man or Knick Knack Paddywhack? Well, that song is 4 2 4 4 2 4 5 4 3 2 1 2 3 and 4 2 4 2. You know, it's like that's how in the music that's available in the songbooks, it has the regular notation and then it has the numbers. So if you don't read music, you just have to know your numbers. Yeah. And after you do this for a while, it's really easy to pick out a song. So what's this song? Well, by the way, this is not Twinkle Twinkle. ABCD. I love doing that with kids because they go, what do you mean it's not Twinkle Twinkle? That's the first one that comes up, Twinkle Twinkle. And they don't realize, and then after so you're teaching them about melody. Okay, a lot of the songs have the same melody. So give me a melody for this besides Alouette. A song, words. Little bunny up the field mice, bumping them on the head, you know? Isn't that Alouette? Yeah. So people have always done this thing, we've been talking about this whole time. They take old songs, and they give them new words. And those new songs have a lot of life. And sometimes you'll run into kids, that's not the way the song goes. They know the new song, and you're trying to teach them the old song, and saying, wait, that's not it, I want to teach you Alouette. No, we know Little Bunny Foo Foo, and so on. So, anyways, they're not real expensive. A really good one is $300. You can get a kit and build your own. There are music stores carrying them, or catalogs, or online. You can pick them. It's called Appalachian dulcimer. It's also called a mountain dulcimer, and it's also called a lap dulcimer. You hold it in your lap to play it, and it's really easy to play. And it's a great teacher's thing because children want to see you learning too. So if you brought a guitar or a ukulele or whatever to school, and you say, "I'm learning how to play this," they're not going to be very critical, like adults are. Oh my God, adult musicians are the most critical people in the entire world. They just have egos like you would not believe. If you don't know all the fancy chords that they know, you're nobody. And it's really sad because they're not very good teachers generally. But kids are very forgiving. If you're just learning something, they're not going to be very critical of you. So it's Appalachian or mountain dulcimer or lap dulcimer. Now this is a ukulele, also known as the easiest instrument in the world. It only has 4 strings, and they're nylon strings. A lot of guitars are steel strings, and they're harder on your hands. They require muscles and calluses. I just learned something. I was at a medical clinic, and they wanted to take some blood out of my left hand, and they said, "Are you a player?" And I said, "Yes." She goes, "Oh, I'll use your right hand then." I said, "Why?" She says, "Because it'll hurt a lot more if I use your left hand." When you go through calluses, it hits a nerve. Because nerve endings are different in calloused fingers. I don't even know that I have calluses. I don't see them. They're not visible calluses, but it's a thickening of the skin. And you don't really get that from playing nylon strings as much. So one finger right there, that's a G chord. I've been working on the railroad. Now 2 fingers, all the live long, back to one finger. So they're called chords, and they're really easy on ukuleles. Now, this is a baritone ukulele, which is the largest, and it's tuned the same as a guitar. As the top 4 strings, D, G, B, E. The standard ukuleles, or the sopranos, or the concerts, they're tuned G, C, D, E, but it's the same pattern. So when you play one finger there, instead of a G chord, it's a C chord. And you need generally 3 chords to play a song, or 2 or 3 chords, and you can play a song. So it's not hard. If you haven't learned how to play a musical instrument and you're planning on being in the early childhood field for a lengthy amount of time, it's not too late to start. It might take you a year to get good enough to play in front of the kids. It might take you a month, depending on how much time if you spend a half hour every day, within a month you'll be able to play songs for kids. So and then you'll become very popular on your staff. Oh, she can play guitar. Come on over here. It's in terms of looking for a new job. Oh, you play guitar? Oh, we don't have anybody here at our center that plays. So it's an advantage to you to learn an instrument. It doesn't have to be guitar, or ukulele, or dulcimer. It can be recorder, it can be harmonica, it can be keyboard. A lot of people learn keyboard. Anybody take keyboard in high school or elementary school? Didn't you do some keyboard? No? See, they've taken music out of the schools for so long now. A lot of people don't know how to sing. But it's a great thing, and it's good for your own self-esteem to learn how to play an instrument.
So,
Maybe.
sorry, when you play the wind instrument, I play the flute, so it's hard to play sometimes with the kids, unless now I have a really good group of singers, but sometimes I don't.
So you could name that tune with your flute?
Yeah.
You could play a song. What was that song? Does anybody recognize Mary Had a Little Lamb? Or, you play the ones that you know they know. You couldn't do, it's wind instruments are a little different.
They always stop. You try and sing and stop playing.
Yeah, you can't really sing with a wind instrument, but that's why the stringed instruments
Give
are so
directions
nice.
with one hand as you're on those notes. It's really fun.
And fortunately now, so many people are into ukulele worldwide that there's lots of them and they're not expensive. I mean, you can buy an expensive one if you want. You can pay a couple $1,000s for a ukulele, or you can pay $100 or $50. So it comes down to like a starter instrument. When you're first getting started, you wouldn't want to pay a lot of money, but if you take to it and you end up liking it, you might want to get a better one someday. It's easier to play. And I can't remember the name of the music store that's right by UBC. You know what I'm talking about? Just outside the campus, on the east side of the campus, there's a music store. Nobody? We live over that way? Anyway, they sometimes have ukuleles. I'm sure there's other places that have them. And if you go to a music store, feel free to pick the salesperson's brain. That's what they're there for. And they want to share all this knowledge with you. They're probably a musician of some kind. Yes?
Empire Music online will send them to you.
Oh yeah, you can order them online.
And it's quick.
The problem with online buying a musical instrument is you don't get to try it first.
And Long and Crane and all that stuff, they'll let you have used ones, and you'll play it for you, and they'll teach you how to tune it, and they're quite good.
Yeah, it's nice to play, because sometimes the guitars more this way than ukuleles. Some of them have thicker and wider necks, some of them have narrower necks. It has to feel good in your hand. If it hurts to play, something's wrong with the instrument, not you. Okay? If it's a painful experience, there's something wrong, and it's not you. There's a thing called setup in instruments where the strings can be set up real high, or they can be set up real low, and a guitar repairman can adjust an instrument. Most stores don't. They'll get one from the factory and they'll hang it on the wall just the way it came from the factory, and it may not be set up for easy play. And they can do that for you. You say, this is a little stiff, can you fix it? You have to be a little savvy. And also, don't pay list price at a music store. A lot of people don't know this. They discount everything at least 20%. If you ask. If you don't ask, they won't. So you have to be, say, what's the discount? Or ask them, and they say, well, no, it's already discounted. Sometimes they put it up on the rack as if it's already discounted because they want to move it. But it's really, I think it's an important tool for everybody to have is to learn how to play an instrument. And I happen to love the ukulele. I've been playing it for like 15, 16 years. I almost wish I never learned guitar because it's more fun. It really is. It's a lot. It's easier to carry around. All right, where are we at? We still have 10 minutes or so?
10 minutes.
Oh, good. Over the years, certain songs have taken off in a sense of songs that everybody loves. I had people call me, like, we need that song right now. Like the CD it was lost or whatever, and so how can we get another copy? Now you can download them, but back then it was still, you had to mail somebody something, it took a week or whatever. So this is a song that I learned as a kid from Peter, Paul, and Mary, and I found out it was a Woody Guthrie song, and it's called Riding in a Car. And over the years, I played it so many times that I changed all the words. I don't use the original words at all. And I did a program with Pete Seeger once where we were doing the children's songs of Woody Guthrie, and we found out that people had written over 60 verses to this song. All over, that people keep making up, because it's fun, and it's all about riding in a car. And it's an acting song, and you get to do this. So everybody stand up right where you are. You're going to get to sit right back down again. Your chair is going to be your car, okay? So in this song, you get to pretend you're driving a car. Now, I tell children, now you can't really drive a car to like 16 or 18, depending on where you live, and it's dangerous anyway, so this is just pretending. So please don't try to drive your mom's car. All right? I don't want to get in trouble. So the first thing you have to show me is how do you open the door and get in the car? Open up the front door, click, clack. Open up the back door, click, clack. Front door, back door, clickety-clack. Everybody sit down in your car. All right. What's the next thing you're going to do? No, you got to close the door. Buckle up your seatbelt, clip, clip. Buckle up your seatbelt, clip, clip. Buckle up your seatbelt, clippity-clip. Everybody's ready to drive. All right. Now, get your keys out. Put them in the ignition. I'll say turn on the motor, and you say blum, blum. Turn on the motor. Turn on the motor. Louder motors. Everybody's ready to drive. All right, hold on to your steering wheel. Put a foot out for the gas and the brake. Here we go. Uh-oh, there's a dog in the road. Slam on the brake. Honk your horn. Beep, beep. Let me hear your horn.
Beep, beep.
Louder horns.
Beep, beep.
Everybody's ready to drive. All right, dog's out of the road. Here we go. Let me hear your motors. That's it? Oh, there's a sign up ahead. It says, bumpy road ahead. I wonder what that means. Bumping up and down on a bumpy road. Bumping up and down on a bumpy road. Bumping up and down on a bumpy road. Riding in our car. Here comes the smooth part. We get to go fast. Step on the gas. Faster. Oh, there's a siren and flashing lights right behind us. It's the police. Pull over. Kids, we're going too fast. Raise your hand if you have your seatbelt on. All right, this time I'll let you go. Next time you're going to the Hooskow. Oh, that's sailor talk for jail. Let's get out of here. Let's go to the freeway. Let's go to the freeway. Let's go to the freeway so we can go real fast. All right, here we go. Step on the gas. Faster. Uh-oh, we got a flat tire. Everybody out of the car. Take your seatbelt off first. No climbing out the windows. Come on, out of the car. Get the tools out of the trunk. Jack up the car. Jack up the car. Jack up the car. Everybody's fixing their car. All right. Take that old flat tire off of there. Throw it in the trunk. Put the spare tire on. All right, jack her down. Jack down the car. Jack down the car. Jack down the car. Everybody's fixed their car. All right, put the tools back in the trunk. All right, everybody back in the car. Hey, get out of the trunk. What are you doing in the trunk? Come on, back in the car. Open up the door. You know, open up the front door. Click, clack. Sit down and buckle up your seat belt. Turn on the motor. Everybody's ready to drive. Here we go. Wave to your mom as you go by. Wave to your dad as you go by. Grandma, grandpa, uncle, or aunt just went by the car. Everybody out of the car. Take your seatbelt off first. No climbing out the windows. All right, we got to push the car to the gas station. Push the car, it's heavy. Push the car, it's heavy. Push the car, it's really heavy. Gotta get some gas. All right, fill up the gas tank. What are you doing? Can't sit down yet. All right, fill up the gas tank. Shh, shh. Fill up the gas tank. Shh, shh. Fill up the gas tank. Shh. Everybody's got some gas. All right, pay the money. Pay some more money. Give them all your money. All right, everybody back in the car. No climbing through the window. Open up the front door, click. Back, sit down, buckle up your seatbelt. Turn on the motor. Everybody's ready to drive. Time for me to roll you home again. Time for me to roll you home again. Time for me to roll you home again. We've been riding in on a car. Let me show you what I have 2 books. Circle Time Fun and Games, which has a lot of the things we did, plus more. I didn't do everything, of course. And it's got the words to the songs, like Charlie Over the Water. We didn't do the bear hunt. Everybody know the bear hunt? Going on a bear hunt, okay. It's got other things. We'll do one more game here if we have time. Yeah, maybe we'll do one more game. And that comes with a CD. Normal price is $20. I sell it for $10 with the CD, book and CD. I have
How many songs on the CD?
30 some. I don't have. Let's see if I have a number.
That's okay.
There's like they're numbered in here. There's somewhere or something. There. Here's the CDs right here. There's 44 on this one and 33 on this one. Some of them are a minute long or 40 seconds long, so there's some short ones. And this is my original collection of songs. They're almost all original songs, including Ride in the Car. And we didn't do much off of this, but these are all people who have been using this CD and this for 20 years in schools. It's where the Ride in the Car is, and we didn't do Put Your Finger in the Area. There's a lot of stuff. So if you want one of those when we're finished, I also have a card, and you can download individual songs now. So take one of these. Well, actually, let's just pass those around. We'll save everybody from coming up here. That's got my website on the back, as well as, do we have time for one more game? 2 minutes? Okay, I need 10 people out here that really like to have fun. This is a Danish folk game called Tossesong, which means a Danish fun song, or silly song. It's like Ring Around the Rosie, only it's really cool. You can play this with adults. Kids love it, but adults like it too. We won't use the circle. Okay, more? Okay. So this is called a Toss-a-song, and the words are, let's all play a Toss-a-song, Toss-a-song, Toss-a-song. Let's all play a Toss-a-song, everyone join in, and then we'll see what happens, okay? You ready? Let's all play a Toss-a-song, Toss-a-song, Toss-a-song. Let's all play a Toss-a-song, everyone join in. Are we holding hands? Well, let go of hands and now hold elbows. So you hold my elbow and stretch your arm out straight. Stretch your arm out straight. You hold my elbow and I hold your elbow. You got it? Here we go, like that. Let's all play a Toss-a-song, Toss-a-song, Toss-a-song. Let's all play a Toss-a-song, everyone join in. Are you holding elbows?
Yeah.
Okay, well now hold knees. So step in a little bit, a little closer together. I can say, put my hand on your knees. Okay, everybody got knees? Let's all play a Toss-a-song, Toss-a-song, Toss-a-song. Let's all play a Toss-a-song, everyone join in. Are we holding knees? We're going to skip ankles. Hold ears. You pull my ear, I'm going to have your ear. You better be gentle. Let's all play a Toss-a-song, Toss-a-song, Toss-a-song. Let's all play a Toss-a-song, everyone join in. That's it. All right. Good turn.
Pinch your ear.
I'd like to thank Al again for everything he shared with us today, and I think we all feel